என் பெயர் சொல்லும் முன்னே ஏனே குயிலென்றவள் என் முகமறியும் முன்னே ஏனே நிலவென்றவள் என் குரல் கேட்கும் முன்னே ஏனே குயிலென்றவள் என் பெயர் சூடும் முன்னே ஏனே முத்தென்றவள் என் முதல் பரிசாக என்னை முத்தமிட்டவள் என் பெயர் சூடும் முன்னே என்னை முத்தென்றவள் என் முதல் பரிசாக என்னை
இப்ப நம்ம அடுத்ததா பார்க்கக்கூடிய செலிபிரிட்டி. He's a chartered accountant. He specializes in corporate, internal and management audits, bank investigations and financial planning. He's a frequent speaker at the Institute of Chartered Accountants of India, Rotary clubs and educational institutions. பல பதவிகள் வகிப்பவர், எல்லாவற்றிலும் தனித்தன்மையோடு விளங்குபவர், இன்னும் ரொம்ப வித்தியாசமா எக்ஸ்ட்ரா கரிக்குலர் மாதிரி குவிசிங்ல ரொம்ப தனி ஆர்வம் கொண்டவர், கோயம்புத்தூர் குவிஸ் அமைப்பின் தலைவராகவும் கோயம்புத்தூர் குவிஸ் சர்க்கிளின் துணைத் தலைவராகவும் இருந்தவர். He is now an independent director on the board of Rajshri Sugars and Chemicals Limited. So now I request Shri Sheilendra Bhansali, partner Kumbat & Co, Chartered Accountants, to talk a few words about his mother, Srimati Nemam Bhansali.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I had actually prepared a very long speech, which probably ran into about 3 or 4 pages. But I'm too emotional to open those papers and deliver my address as per what I had written. I'm sure all of you agree with me that this is an emotional moment for all the children who are here saluting their mothers today, and all of you in the audience as well. Before I start speaking about my mother, I think it is my duty to thank Sri Murali and Sri Krishna Sweets for the efforts that they have taken in organizing such a grand function. To do something that we normally don't do, we take our mothers for granted. We take many of our relatives for granted, but we take our mothers mostly for granted. So I think that lacuna has been fulfilled by Sri Murali today. I'm truly delighted to be here, thankful to be here to salute someone without whom, of course, none of this would have been possible, and I wouldn't be standing here in front of you. A big thank you to my mother, Sheilendra Bhansali. There are 2 crucial aspects which I think I've learned from her, which are helping us, that is me and my sister, my wife, and our children in our day-to-day lives. So before I roll back quickly onto those qualities, let me take you back a little bit. My mother is the second of 5 siblings. She is the daughter of an Indian Revenue Service officer. And within the first 18 years of her existence, she had already traveled to 7 cities, studied in 9 different schools, and then got married to a man she had never met in her life. Now, she has gone through all of that, but one important quality that my grandfather and grandmother had imbibed in her was the necessity of learning, not only academics, but also culturally rich. So she was taught to play the tabla. She was also taught to go to school properly and not climb trees that she was wont to. Apparently, her best activity was climbing trees in the neighborhood. Now, from there, she's moved on quickly to completing her graduation after she got married from the Gujarat University. And my father started his career in Madras then in the early 60s, moved on to Calcutta, but she finally came into her own when my father moved to Coimbatore in the late 60s. And since then, Coimbatore has been her home and our home. Now, the attitude that she had is what we have learned from her. Coimbatore at that point of time in the 60s, some of you may recall, is not what it is today. Probably people beyond Tamil Nadu did not know where Coimbatore was And that was a question which my grandfather, that is my mother's father, asked my father, where are you taking my daughter to? So my father said, he was a man of few words. He said, don't worry, I'll take care of your daughter. And from then, landing in a new place with one kid, my sister was not yet born then, she negotiated the travails of setting up home in a brand new place where she did not know the language, did not know the people, did not know she didn't have a single relative there. So that was the positive attitude that she had. She quickly learned Tamil because she wanted to, immerse herself in the local culture. She enhanced her skills of English because she had to be sure that the children were studying properly. So this is again a positive attitude that she had where she was able to negotiate. And she also had to bring us up fairly single-handedly because my father used to travel all the time. So this is one. The other positive quality of hers, which I really admire, is her ability to adapt. Now, if you don't adapt, in today's world, you realize that you are dead and gone if you don't adapt quickly. So from reading constantly and being up to date with what is happening around the world enhances her ability to talk to people of all ages. So she can engage in a conversation with her 6-year-old and an 80-year-old on any subject under the sun. That is the ability that she has today. The other thing that she taught us is being positive is one thing, but quickly changing with times is also another thing. So her grandchildren have taught her how to use Ola, Uber, and GPay. GPay, I'm sure they had a selfish reason because most of the transfers are made to their account from her account. So I'm sure they had a hand in that. And right now, probably they are teaching her to get onto Instagram. I'm not too sure if that would be very good for her, but that's where it is. So these two qualities of attitude and adaptability have really helped all of us. I'm very happy that my family is here in the audience. My wife, my sister, brother-in-law, my nephews, my mother-in-law, they're all here. I'm extremely delighted that they're present, especially on this occasion where I can pay my salutes to my mother and all the wonderful mothers who are assembled here. Thank you very much, Krishna Sweets. May the blessings of all the mothers take us all forward, and you and your organization as well. Thank you.